Courtney's sick.
Welcome to another episode of Trout Academy. I'm Derek Olthuis, and today we are fishing Patagonia.
You ready to go fishing, buddy?
I'm always ready. So comfortable.
We left World's End Lodge, and we went out to explore a few areas that I had e-scouted before the trip. We drove for hours to get to these lakes and rivers that I had scouted online, and we got there and unfortunately only found a few fish in these old abandoned beaver ponds, but here's Zach sight fishing to a few big browns. Your leader landed over it. There you go. Gonna eat that. What you tying on there, Zach?
We have a cheech leech.
Big dog, cheech leech. We found just an absolutely enormous beaver pond. Crossing the beaver dam here, pretty shallow, out in the middle of frickin' nowhere. It's probably like twice as big as some of the high mountain lakes that I fish. And we tried the outlet, we didn't see anything. And so we started walking across this thing towards the inlet. And in the middle, there was a bunch of old logs. And I threw a cast in there, and this brown just came out and hammered my fly.
What do you got on?
A freaking cheech leech?
Sorry, I was looking at you.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Look at that fish, dude. That thing freaking came out of those logs and smoked it. During the course of the next 5 days, we explored several different creeks, lakes, beaver ponds, and we just really didn't find hardly any fish at all. I think I caught one and Cort caught one, but it was a pretty rough 5 days.
Boice.
Zach attack! Zach, where are you? Hey, thanks, buddy.
Let's check this puppy out. Dang.
Real beautiful.
Dude!
That's incredible. Pretty. So we just paddled a road about a mile and a half, maybe? Trying to find fish, and we didn't find anything. Didn't see one fish. The only fish we've seen is one that we saw rising earlier, so we're gonna head down to Beaver Pond and see what we can find.
But if we weren't fishing, that would have been great.
It was great.
It was great.
But we're fishing.
Yeah, so we'll go find fish now.
Catch something. We found this huge beaver pond, but there's no fish in here either. But it's real pretty. Caught myself a fish.
How's the trip going for you?
Pretty good. I caught a fish today. It's my biggest. It's the biggest one of the trip so far. It was in between 8 and 14 inches. It's not funny.
After how many days?
I don't know. 12 maybe?
It's actually not
That's about right.
far off.
Yeah, that's about right. It's been 12 days.
Courtney got sick in Patagonia.
And your first night of that day.
Between not really catching any fish and getting sick, he just had a tough trip.
Courtney's sick. Having a rough time here.
We convinced him to get out of bed, and we started the day off by going to our favorite little pastry shop that we'd gone to every day since we left World's End. And we would each get about a dozen donuts, pastries, and dulce de leche churros. And that's what we ate for breakfast and lunch every day. We pulled up to the lake and it was raining, so we were kind of bummed out and we didn't think it was going to be a very good day. I'm really glad that we convinced Cort to get up and get out of bed because it ended up being the best day of the trip.
Oh yeah, baby!
Lane had a really good last day. He caught a bunch of rainbows, and then he caught that big brown that he dreamed of catching in Patagonia.
Dude, if he's taking that long, he must be a good one. Oh boy.
Same thing?
Same thing, yep. This is video this time. Dang, dude. Perfect. Okay, down.
I slogged into this swamp that I'd scouted online, and it was just a mess. It was such a pain to get back in there. But right off the bat, I caught a big brown. So I called Cort and James to come over, and they came and fished it with me.
There's a fish.
Good one?
Big fish. He's lying right underneath this log.
What do we got going on here?
We've got it. Looks like about 14-inch fish underneath this log, but 14 inches is only the half that we can see. So I'm gonna slither in there and drop a big meaty flashy fly on his tail and
See if he'll
he
flip
eats.
around and eat?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been had. This is such a gnarly forest.
Rainbow.
Really? Ah, woo-hoo-hoo!
18, 19.
Fish down in there, up in the logs. Just trying to get down to them, pick our way through the forest here. We got a big brown hanging up underneath this tree down here, but I think the only way to get to it well is to get up on this log, crawl out there and drop a fly by it. So I'm gonna try and get up on this log and get out there to it. James had just caught a really nice rainbow and was headed back to explore a different area, but man, I had to go back and see if I could get that big brown to eat. The brown is down in there. I'm gonna try and pitch this fly into his little spot and jig him out.
he was like going. Like, ah!
I got that on video.
Right before we were ready to pack up and call it a day, Cort caught a big brown, and it was just the perfect way to end a really fun trip. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you on the next episode.